What's going on, YouTube? This is Daybreak748, and today I am bringing you guys a very special video. Now, I did not make this type of video last year, but I saw a lot of other YouTubers make it, and I was like, you know what, this sounds like a lot of fun, and I wanted to put my spin on it, so here we go. Today, we're going to be taking a look at my top 10 figures that I've collected in the year 2014. Now, just a side note here, guys, some of the figures that you might see might have not come out in the year 2014. It might have come out 2013, 2012, etc. I don't think I've picked up anything older than 2012, but yeah. As you guys know, I started collecting 1 year ago, so I'm kind of going back and trying to find older figures and whatnot. So yeah, these are all the figures that I've purchased in the year 2014. So don't go crazy, don't kill me if you see a figure that came out in 2013. So there we go. Now, before we start the top 10 video, we have some honorable mentions. And as you guys can clearly see, here are the 4 figures that I really wanted to put in my top 10, but because of other figures that came out last minute, these figures kind of got the bump. And so they're in my honorable mentions spot. Nevertheless, these are awesome figures. So if you want to pick up these figures, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. So here we go. Let's start off with the 2 figures you see in front of you. We have the SH Figuarts Super Mario. As you guys know, guys, I've been collecting figures to create an awesome Super Smash Bros. Display because I love Super Smash Bros. And to have this Mario figure, it's awesome. The fun factor, the playability, the posability, and yeah, it's limited in its articulation, but it's a lot better than the other Marios that we've gotten in the past. So he has made it to the honorable mentions section. Now up next we have his little buddy here from Sega, Sonic the Hedgehog. I just recently picked up this Nendroid, and he was the first Nendroid I picked up, and he is just an amazing figure. He is in great scale with all the other Super Smash Bros. Characters that came out from Figma, from Revoltech, from the Nintendo line, etc. So he fits in perfectly. Now if you are looking for a Sonic figure, this is the definitive one. Don't go to Toys R Us, don't go anywhere else. Go on Amazon, go to Gundam Planet, go to Big Bad Toy Store, wherever they sell this guy right here, and pick this guy up because you will not regret it. Now, on to the 2 larger figures you see in the back. You have Natsu from Fairy Tail, and this is a 1/8 scale painted, pre-painted figure from Good Smile Company. Again, he was supposed to be in my top 10, but unfortunately, last minute, I got some items from my wife, from my brother, etc. And yeah, unfortunately, Natsu did not make the cut. But he is nevertheless a awesome figure. So if you want to go pick him up, I 100% recommend it. Alright, and lastly, we have Aquaman. Now, honestly speaking, he was in the top 10. Actually, all of these guys were in the top 10, but like I said, and I've been saying, there were some figures that I got last minute that just blew me away. And so, unfortunately, Aquaman kind of got the shaft. But he is nevertheless, once again, an amazing figure. I knew nothing about Aquaman, but because of this figure, because of how awesome he looked, and how awesome just PlayArts Kai has created this Aquaman figure, and it's just amazing looking. So I went ahead, I researched, and I started picking up some comic books of Aquaman, and now I am a true fan of this character. So if you are looking for a stylized yet awesome figure of Aquaman, he is the one to go with. Alright guys, so give me a moment. I'm going to take these guys off my little just area here, my workstation, and we will start our top 10 video. Give me a sec, guys, I'll be right back. Alright guys, and it's about time to get started with our top 10 video. And these are the figures that are cherished in my heart for this past year. So here we go. We're going to start things off with one of my favorite lines, and it is none other than the Play Arts Kai line, and it's the Justice League. Now, as you guys know, the Justice League line is pretty much done with. It's over. Play Arts Kai has a funny way of always transitioning their stuff out. For example, like the Street Fighter stuff. If you don't see or hear any news from Play Arts Kai about further releases, then it's pretty much done. It's game over, no more. So, as the Justice League line was coming to an end, this was the last figure that they were promoting when it came to that line. So, unfortunately, we are done with our Justice League cast, but hey, it was a great run. And the year 2014, we got Cyborg, we got Aquaman, we got Batgirl, Superman, Supergirl, you name it, we got them all. So, to end 2014, this is the perfect way. Now, I think they're going to be transitioning slowly into like the Marvel stuff, into more of those Batman villains and stuff like that, and villains in general. But hey, if this is the last Justice League member that we're going to be getting, I am completely satisfied with this run. So there you have it. He is starting our countdown, and then there you go. Now, sticking to the larger scale figures, I'm going to show off the next one on my top 10 list, and is none other than Sakuya right here. She is not an action figure, she is a pre-painted 1/8 scale figure from the good folks at Kotobukiya, and I gotta say, she was a very late entry, but as you guys saw in my review, I love this figure. Maybe it has something to do with characters with wings, maybe that's something that I enjoy, or maybe it's the fact that this was a gift from my wife, but I gotta say, this figure is awesome. I love the sculpt, I love the paint job, I love everything about this girl. She is sexy yet elegant at the same time, and Kotobukiya just nailed it. This is one of my prized possessions, to say the least. So there you have it. She is number 9. Number 8 is another late entry, but once again, this is another amazing scale figure, and it's none other than my girl Melty. Now, she is from the Shining Heart series, and once again, she is a late entry. This is thanks to my brother. He was the one who actually got this one for me. Now, as I said in my review video, there is another version of her out there. It's the Christmas version, and will I be getting it? Hell yeah, I am definitely getting it. I will probably be getting it later on, but we'll see. We'll definitely be seeing her sometime in the near future. Maybe I might hold off on reviewing her until next Christmas, but damn, that figure, that Melty figure is top notch. I love it. The sculpting, the paint job, the accessories, it's just perfect. So there you go. There is number, what number is this? This is going to be number 8. So up next, we have another scale figure. I'm going to just take care of all the scale figures, guys. We have Yoshino from Date A Live. Now, being one of my favorite characters from Date Alive, I had to have this figure, and honestly speaking, she was one of the holy grail figures, just like that insane Black Rock shooter. This Yoshino figure is a very hard figure to come by. It's very expensive, usually, when you see it in the aftermarket, and to have found it at a con, and just me being able to pick it up there, it was just an amazing feeling, and I got it for a great deal. So I am in love with this figure. This is a great figure, a great companion piece to the princess figure. princess figure is not as cool, but Yoshino is definitely up there. So she comes in at number 7. Alright, to finish things up for the scale figures, we have this cute girl right here. It is Shiro from No Game, No Life. Now she is a figure that I bought on an impulse. I knew nothing of the character, but I saw the figure and I was like, wow, this figure is just so colorful, and I was like, you know what? I wonder where she comes from, and that is what made me watch the anime. And then once I watched the anime, I was like, I gotta have this figure. I really do. So I went, I looked for it, but as you guys know, for those of you guys who watched the Shiro review, it was sold out. But unfortunately, I was able to find it, and eventually I picked it up, and I am super pleased with having her in my collection. So we are pretty much halfway there. I showcased the 5 figures that you see here. Yes, most of them were scale figures. 4 out of the 5 here are scale figures. But now we're going to be taking a look at the non-scale figures, the action figures for all of those who like action figures instead of scale figures. Here you go. So I'm gonna move Yoshino to the front here. The next figure I would like to showcase is the badass Dragonzord. Hopefully it's in the shot. If it isn't, I'll zoom out just a tad bit. The Dragonzord has a huge place in my heart, as you guys can tell by my room tour videos and whatnot. It's on the top left hand corner. It's been there since God knows when. But yeah, the reason why I was so infatuated with this figure is because as a kid I was never able to get my hands on the Dragonzord, the original Dragonzord. I saw a couple of my friends, they had it, and I was like, wow, I really want this figure. But unfortunately at the time, I didn't have the money, and my parents weren't going to buy it for me, so I missed out on the original Dragonzord. But to have this new molded, new casted version of the Dragonzord in all its glory, yeah, it's just a nostalgic feel, and because of that, this had to be in my top 10 video this year. He is an amazing figure, and if you guys are a Power Rangers fan, the original MMPR fan, then this is definitely a key piece that you need to have in your collection. So there you go. We have the second action figure. Now up next, let's talk about some more smaller scale figures, and I'm gonna have to zoom in for this because these guys are pretty tiny compared to my scale figures. So I'm gonna zoom in, and I'm gonna put this next one right next to this beautiful Shiro figure. So we have from the Revoltech line, Raphael, from the TMNT hit TV show from Nickelodeon, and it's from Revoltech, like I said. Guys, at first when I reviewed the TMNT figures from Revoltech, I was not a big fan. Honestly speaking, it was the joints that really did it for me. It was just like, oh, I really don't like this style of joints, and because of that, I was just very negative when it came to the review, or not as positive, I should say. But after playing around with these figures and putting them in my DTOF and doing or taking shots with these characters, I was just blown away, and I started to fall in love with these characters more and more. So to represent the whole cast, my favorite characters, well, they're all pretty cool in their own way, but I needed to put Raphael here in my top 10 for the year 2014 because, yeah, I love the Turtles. I grew up with the 90s Turtles, and so there you go. Alright, up next we have from one of my favorite lines to collect, or brands to collect. It's the Figma brand, and I know there were a ton of awesome Figmas that were released this past year. There was the Kill la Kill Figma figure that was released. There was the other there were the Kantai girls that were released. There were characters from Fate's Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works, but to represent the entire Figma brand, I had to pick one. So I decided to go with this girl right here, Shimikaze. Now, why did I pick Shimikaze instead of maybe the Attack on Titan cast or whatever? It's because ever since I started reviewing these Kantai collection girls or Fleet collection girls or whatever you want to call them, Kankolai, whatever, I've gotten awesome feedback from a lot of you guys out there on YouTube, and at first I thought they were just cool looking figures and knew nothing about them, but the more I put out there with these reviews of Akagi and Kaga and Shimikaze here, you guys were giving me so much awesome information that I started to fall in love with these characters more and more. I'm probably going to put a little annotation right here of all the people who just gave me the awesome information. So guys, thank you so much. And to my pleasant surprise, I found out that they were making an anime of this not too long ago, and so I am super excited to be able to watch these girls in action, and hopefully I can play the game sometime very soon. So to represent the Figma brand, I chose Shimikaze because she is an adorable character, and I guess the history and the awesomeness of these characters it just blew my mind away. So Shimikaze is there to represent the Figma line, which is one of my favorites. Alright, moving on, we have two other characters left. Who can they be? Well, let's take a look. So, you guys saw the Play Arts Kai, you guys saw the Revoltech, you guys saw the Figma. Now, let me show you one of the earlier brands that I started collecting, and because of this brand, I started collecting action figures. So, here we go. I'm going to start off with a smaller figure. As you guys know, or if you've been following this channel, you know that I collect two major things. So Figmas, or earlier on I collected two major things. I collected Figmas and I collected SH Figuarts. SH Figuarts, within that franchise, I've only collected two things from them. No, I don't collect Kamen Rider stuff from them, which even though they look awesome, I was just like, I'm gonna spread myself too thin then, so I don't collect Kamen Rider. I don't collect the Sailor Moon stuff, even though I want to, but it's just, once you start collecting all these different brands, it's hard to kind of just devote yourself to all of them. So you have to pick and choose what you want to collect. So for me, in the SH Figuarts line, I decided to collect the DBZ line and the Super Sentai / Power Rangers line. So the next up is the Armored Black Ranger from SH Figuarts. Now, why did I choose the Armored Black Ranger out of all the other Rangers that were released this past year? Well, it's because he's an exclusive to the US. Now, he was a San Diego Comic-Con, I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure. It was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and it is just an amazing figure. First of all, being a Black Ranger fan and a Green Ranger fan, hey, having them mixed together, it's just freaking epic and badass. Yes, it's just a retooling of the Black Ranger, or you could say the Green Ranger with the Black Ranger head sculpt, but hey, I gotta love it. It's awesome. I love Zack, the original. Adam is cool too, so I had to support them, and there you go. We have the Armored Black Ranger to represent the Power Rangers / Super Sentai cast from SH Figuarts. And the last figure to make it to my top 10 video is none other than, drum roll please, I'm just gonna make room for him. It is none other than Brawley. Now, goddamn, Brawley is a behemoth of a figure. Look at the Armor Black Ranger compared to Brawley. Brawley is just amazing, and he just blew my mind away. Now, as a DBZ fan, I have been collecting all of the SH Figuarts versions of these guys, and I will continue to do so. I've gotten every single SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z figure, and to have this massive behemoth in my collection is just awesome. I gotta just give a quick shout out to my brother for getting me this figure along with the Melty figure, and my parents, of course. So yeah, I am super excited that we've gotten the legendary Super Saiyan Brawley himself. And there you go, guys. That is my top 10 video for the year 2014. Now, guys, this has been an amazing run this year. I've been able to make a lot of good friends on YouTube, like Firefly, and just recently Sega something. I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names. I promise I'll get your name in an annotation. But yeah, guys, it's been a hell of a run. I love just all the comments you leave, and for example, like the Can Kolai collection. Everyone just giving me their support and lending me a hand and giving me all this awesome information about the characters. I'm just so thankful for it. Guys, I hope the year 2015 will be just another great year for collectors, and I hope you guys enjoy your New Year's. And yeah, sorry about that, my camera ran out of memory. But yeah, just to wrap things up, thank you for sticking with me for the year 2014. I hope you guys will come along on this journey of figure collecting with me for this upcoming year, and I hope I can make some more good friends like I have done here on YouTube. And guys, thank you for watching. This is Daybreak 748, and just want to say Happy New Year's and good night. Peace out, guys.